BJ Baker is serving it to you raw and uncut.
Open your mouth, give you a taste.
All rise. Let's go, everybody. We need to get everybody in here. Court is in session. Gosh. Everyone, let's get it together. Settle down. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. I know that majority of the people in the room, from the hotties all the way to even, yes, I wanted to do this where everybody was in the room, the DGs, the Laughing Hyenas, the Pink Mafia. Come on, Royal. We got to have a conversation now. All right, everyone, settle down. This is going to be traumatic. Gosh, this is going to be so traumatic. So Janet Jackson had an interview with The Guardian, right? Now they're a British, tabloid. They've been around for a long time. You know what I mean? You can get some good stuff out of there. You know what I mean? So they sat down with the legendary Miss Janet Jackson. Jackson if you're nasty. Michael's brother, Penny. This is how far I had to go back before I got upset, right? When I read this. So she sits down. I start going through the interview because shout out to Phil Lewis. He's a good source, reliable source on Twitter, and he's on what's the other one? Threads too, right? Okay. You want to know about credible sources? Phil Lewis is one of them, all right? So he sits down with the journalist. Let's just leave it to the journalist at this point. The guy gets the byline. You know where the source is. I just want to focus on what Janet said, because the guy gave her all types of ways out of this. This was one at the bottom of the interview. If you read the interview, it starts off wonderfully. It's talking about her career and her storied career. This is what I'm saying. This is well done, though. This is what you would do, though. If you were to talk to somebody, right, you would really talk to them about their career first. You're celebrating the things that you love about them, the things that make them an individual, the things that make them stand out. You know what I mean? And so here we get to the end. Obviously he was all excited and everything. He said, on the record, she has sang about joining forces in protest. It just as a generation full of love. I'm sorry. I was just getting in the song. Oh, see what I'm saying? You heard the lyrics. He wrote the lyrics down, and already you have the whole video in your head. You know what I mean? Rhythm Nation album. That album was incredible, right? All the social justice about it, right? Pushing towards the world rid of colored lines. So she goes on to about the election. She says, after all, I say America could be on the verge of voting for its first black president, Kamala Harris. This is what she said. Well, excuse me. Am I allowed to do it in the Janet Jackson voice? Am I allowed to do it? Did we get clearance from the Jackson family? Okay, good. Well, what they supposedly say is that she's not black. I can't do it. I'm not good at it. Maybe I could do Michael. Maybe I need to do Michael. But they all sound alike to me. If you ask me, if you close my eyes, I could text the Janet and think it's Michael, and if it's Michael, think it's Janet. I've done that before. Okay. She said she's not black. No. That's what I heard. That she's Indian. Okay. All right. Okay. So she says, she goes on to say, she looks at me unexpectedly. Perhaps she thought that I have some Indian heritage. Well, she's both. I offered. She's, that's the journalist. So, well, she's both. And then she goes further. She goes, her father's white. I'm done. This is when I stopped everything and I couldn't read anymore. She said her father's white. Go look up Kamala Harris's father, who's Jamaican, so this is affecting me, right? I'm offended, right? Okay, good. As long as you know I'm offended by Janet, which I've never been offended by Janet ever in my entire life. I can't remember a time I've been offended by Janet Jackson. So this is where I'm going now. Now I'm getting angry. Now I'm getting angry. I'm getting angry. Okay. She goes on to say, that's what I was told. Oh, gosh. It's nothing that someone's so stupid to say something like that, too. You know what I mean? If you ask them, well, that's what I was told. I told her she was white. Well, maybe you were told wrong. Maybe you should look it up. Maybe you should know for yourself. Maybe you should get a picture. Can we get a picture, please? Can we get a picture? Can we get a picture? Get a picture. What do you see there, sister? What do you see there, Janet? I would have said that. What do you see there? What does this woman look like? If you didn't know who this woman was from Adam, you didn't know this woman, what would you say this woman is? Black. That's right. So shut up. Okay? Just shut up. Can we move on now? Let's move on. Well, she goes on. She goes, that's what I was told. I mean, I haven't watched the news in a few days. A few days? A few days. Oh, God. A few days? Mama, we've been doing this for more than a few days already, okay? We've been doing this for a little longer than a few days. Oh, Lord. I was told that they discovered her father was white. Discovered? Is this one of they discovered, like a discovered America? This is the same people? These are the same people, right? Who said they discovered America? I swear to goodness gracious, I just don't understand it. Ay, Dios mío, coño. Let the Latino part of me come out. She goes on. He goes. This is the journalist says. He says, I was floored at this point. We're floored. We're floored. Even if you go to her book, exactly. She says that people who are most vocal of questioning the facts of Harris's identity tend to be hardcore QAnon adjacent, which we found out that Randy Jackson is. So everyone lost their messy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Everyone just lost it. I lost it. Black Twitter's losing it. There's already the other stuff going on with Diddy. We're already losing it. All over the place. We're frantic. Janet Jackson's a Trumper. I'm done. We need to pack up. We need to get out of here. Pick up the clothes. Get everybody get the stuff. This is an emergency. It's an emergency meeting. We need to get to her. Someone needs to get to her immediately. And so someone obviously did. Because the whatchamacallit responded. What's his name? The PR rep. The PR rep, she deeply respects the VP, and she never meant that, and she misspoke, and let's move on. Okay, then we were all like, okay, well, that was cute. You know what I'm saying? You want me to read the whole thing? I don't have time to read the whole thing, so I guess we got to finish in the next segment, right? Good. Here's what she said, and then we'll go. She said her comments were based off misinformation, and she deeply respects the Vice President Kamala Harris and her accomplishments as a black and Indian woman. The statement continues to say that Janet apologized for any confusion caused. Confusion? Oh, God, the only one confused was you. But let's go. Confused caused and acknowledges the importance of accurate representation in public discourse. This wasn't public discourse, Mama. It was just a question. Okay? This was just a question. Public discourse. Oh, goody. You girls know to come up with these things. So we left off with the apology because we thought this was over, right? We thought that this was over with the apology. She came out and she said she thought Vice President Kamala Harris is white. Her father is white.